Africa, the cradle of mankind, was once the stage for the rise and fall of powerful empires that shaped the world as we know it today. This vast and diverse continent has been home to some of the most influential civilizations in human history. Empires, by definition, are large political bodies, generally headed by a single leader that control a wide array of territories through various means of power and influence. The power of an empire is not only measured by its military might or territorial expanse. It's in the cultural richness, the economic prosperity, and the political impact that it wields. And when we speak of power in this sense, the African empires stand tall among the greatest in history. These empires weren't just centers of military strength, they were cradles of learning, innovation, and cultural exchange. They built advanced societies, pioneered in trade, and left indelible marks on the world's cultural landscape. The African empires were powerful engines of change, shaping the course of history with their monumental achievements. Take, for instance, the Kingdom of Kush, a beacon of civilization that rivaled even the mighty Egyptians, or the wealthy Empire of Marley, whose legendary ruler, Mansa Musa, is still celebrated as one of the richest men in history. But the power of these empires wasn't confined to their borders. Through trade, diplomacy, and sometimes conflict, they influenced the world around them. They introduced new ideas, spread their culture, and forged alliances that reshaped the political map of the world. Their legacies are still evident today, in the languages we speak, in the art and music we enjoy, and in the political and social structures that govern our lives. These empires, with their unique blend of power, innovation, and cultural richness, have left an indelible mark on human history. So as we delve into the annals of history, let's not forget the power and influence that these African empires held. They were not just regional powers, but global trendsetters, whose impact can still be felt today. Join us as we journey back in time to explore the top 5 African empires that ruled with a fist of iron. Our timeline begins in the ancient land of Kush, a kingdom that thrived along the Nile River in what is now Sudan. The Kushite Empire, an impressive civilization that flourished for over 1,000 years, was an economic powerhouse of its time. The fertile banks of the Nile provided abundant harvests, while the region's rich mineral resources, including gold, were highly sought after. Kush's strategic location, coupled with its economic prowess, made it a key player in international politics and trade. It was a hub for merchants from Africa, the Middle East, and even India, fostering a vibrant cultural exchange that shaped the kingdom's unique identity. This was not a civilization isolated from the world, but one that was deeply interconnected. Kushite merchants traded with the pharaohs of Egypt, the emperors of Rome, and the kings of India, exporting their gold, ivory, and ebony, and importing luxury goods from across the known world. This international engagement brought wealth, but it also brought ideas, technologies, and artistic styles, which the Kushites adopted and adapted in their own distinctive ways. Kushite culture was a melting pot, drawing influences from across Africa and the Mediterranean. Their language, religion, and art were a unique blend, reflecting their diverse interactions. Yet they were not simply imitators. They were innovators, contributing their own ideas and styles to the cultural tapestry of the ancient world. The rulers of Kush were no less impressive. Among them, perhaps the most famous is King Taharqa, a warrior king who expanded Kush's influence far and wide. Under his reign, Kush reached the height of its power, even ruling over Egypt for a time. Taharqa's legacy, along with those of other Kushite rulers, is still evident in the grand temples and pyramids they left behind. Though lesser known than its neighbor Egypt, Kush was a civilization of great power and sophistication. The echoes of its influence can still be felt today, a testament to a kingdom that once stood as a beacon of economic and cultural prowess in the ancient world. The story of Kush is a story of resilience, innovation, and far-reaching influence, a story that deserves to be told and remembered. Moving north, we encounter the mighty maritime empire of Carthage. Carthage, a city-state on the coast of modern-day Tunisia, rose to prominence in the 9th century BCE. Its legacy is intertwined with tales of prosperity, power, and an enduring rivalry with another burgeoning power of the time, Rome. The rise of Carthage was largely due to its strategic location and maritime prowess. Positioned in the heart of the Mediterranean, It became a hub for trade, amassing immense wealth and influence. It was a city of merchants, and its navy was considered the most powerful in the Mediterranean. Carthage's economic dominance wasn't by chance. It was a well-calculated strategy of the Carthaginian leadership, who understood the value of controlling the sea routes. Carthage wasn't just a commercial power, it was also a military force to be reckoned with. This brings us to the renowned military general, Hannibal Barca. Hannibal was a strategic genius who famously led his army across the Alps to attack Rome, a feat considered one of the most audacious in military history. His tactics in the Battle of Cannae are still studied in military academies today. However, the might of Carthage could not last forever. Its rivalry with Rome culminated in the Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars that stretched over a century. Despite the brilliance of Hannibal, Carthage eventually fell to Rome in the Third Punic War. The city was razed to the ground, marking the end of the Carthaginian Empire. Yet Carthage's legacy endures. Its maritime innovations, trade networks, and military strategies left an indelible impact on subsequent civilizations. The resilience of its people, their struggle against Rome, and their contributions to history are still studied and admired today. Carthage, a beacon of prosperity and power, left an indelible mark on the sands of time. We now journey west to the wealthy empire of Marley, where gold was abundant and knowledge valued. As we delve into the heart of West Africa, we encounter the grandeur of the Marley Empire. Ruling over the land between the 13th and 17th centuries, this empire was a beacon of wealth and intellectual prowess. Its vast territories stretched from the Atlantic Ocean to the Sahara Desert, encompassing present-day Senegal, southern Mauritania, Mali, northern Burkina Faso, western Niger, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast. The wealth of Mali was legendary, with its vast reserves of gold and salt. Gold was so abundant that it was said to be scooped off riverbeds. The empire controlled the precious metals trade across Africa, leading to an economic boom that was the envy of other African kingdoms. But the wealth was not merely material, it was intellectual too. The empire was a hub of knowledge, where scholars from various parts of the world congregated. At the heart of this wealth and intellect was the reign of Mansa Musa, arguably the richest man in history. His reign, which spanned the early 14th century, was marked by prosperity and cultural richness. His love for knowledge was so profound that he turned the city of Timbuktu into a flourishing center of learning, attracting scholars from across Africa and beyond. However, Mansa Musa's fame was not only confined to his empire. His legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 was a spectacle of opulence and piety. Accompanied by a caravan of 60,000 people and carrying vast amounts of gold, he left a trail of tales and legends in his wake. His pilgrimage had such an impact that it disrupted the economy of regions he passed through due to the excessive generosity of his gifts and alms. Marley, a shining jewel of Africa, was a testament to the continent's wealth and intellectual potential. The empire's legacy lives on, reminding us of Africa's golden age, where wealth was not only material but intellectual, and rulers understood the value of knowledge and culture. We venture south to the enigmatic Great Zimbabwe, a testament to the architectural prowess of its builders. Shrouded in mystery, the Great Zimbabwe represents a fascinating chapter in Africa's rich tapestry of history. The stone city, built between the 11th and 15th centuries, is a silent testament to a once thriving civilization. This grand settlement, whose name means great stone houses in the Shona language, was an important trading center in its heyday, linking the gold mines of the interior to the southeastern coast's trading harbors. The architectural feats achieved in the Great Zimbabwe are nothing short of breathtaking. Without the use of mortar, the city's builders meticulously crafted intricate walls and towers using locally sourced granite. The most iconic structure, the elliptical Great Enclosure, boasts walls up to 11 meters high and 5 meters thick. This remarkable feat of engineering is a testament to the civilization's advanced understanding of geometry and stone masonry. But the Great Zimbabwe story is not just one of architectural grandeur. It's also a tale of economic prosperity. The city was a hub of trade, with artifacts from as far away as China and Persia found among the ruins. Gold, ivory, and cattle were among the commodities that flowed through its gates, speaking volumes about the wealth and influence of its inhabitants. Yet the Great Zimbabwe's decline is as mysterious as its rise. By the end of the 15th century, the city was largely abandoned. Theories abound as to why this happened, ranging from resource depletion to political instability. Some even suggest that a shift in trade routes may have contributed to its downfall, but without written records, the truth remains elusive. Great Zimbabwe, a silent sentinel of Africa's past, still holds many secrets waiting to be unearthed. This ancient city, a symbol of Africa's rich and complex history, continues to captivate archaeologists and historians alike, beckoning us to delve deeper into the continent's past and unravel the mysteries it holds. Our journey ends in the highlands of Ethiopia, home to a kingdom that stood the test of time. The Ethiopian Empire, also known as Abyssinia, was a beacon of longevity, its roots reaching back to the 2nd century BC. This longevity, no doubt, was a testament to the resilience of the people and the strategic advantage of their geography. Nestled in the rugged terrain of the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia was a fortress against foreign invasions. It was one of the few African nations that managed to resist the wave of European colonialism in the late 19th century, maintaining its independence during a time when Africa was being carved up by colonial powers. At the heart of the Ethiopian Empire was its Christian heritage. The Kingdom of Aksum, one of the empire's earliest and most powerful states, was one of the first in the world to adopt Christianity as its official religion in the 4th century. This Christian identity became a defining feature of the Ethiopian Empire, setting it apart from its predominantly Muslim neighbors. And then there was Emperor Haile Selassie, whose reign marked a significant era in the empire's history. Ascending to the throne in 1930, Selassie was a modernizing force. He introduced reforms to transform Ethiopia from a feudal state to a modern nation. But his reign was not without controversy. The emperor's autocratic rule led to discontent and ultimately a revolution that ended the empire in 1974. Yet even in its fall, the Ethiopian Empire left a lasting legacy. It's a legacy of resistance, of maintaining cultural and religious identity in the face of external pressures. It's a legacy of endurance, of an empire that withstood the trials of time and the tumultuous tide of history. Ethiopia, a bastion of African sovereignty, stands as a symbol of resilience and unyielding spirit. These empires, each unique and powerful in their own right, have shaped the Africa we know today. From the ancient lands of Kush to the grandeur of the Ethiopian Empire, each of these African empires etched a significant mark on the pages of history. The Kushites, with their iron-fisted rule, set the tone for strong leadership and structured governance. Their innovative architectural designs, especially the Nubian pyramids, still inspire awe and admiration, a testament to their advanced civilization. The Carthaginians, known for their impressive naval prowess, established a powerful maritime empire. Their influence on trade and commerce in the Mediterranean reshaped economic landscapes, paving the way for future global trade networks. Then there was the Marley Empire, which was synonymous with wealth and knowledge. Their rich cultural traditions, the renowned University of Timbuktu, and the legendary tales of Emperor Mansa Musa's wealth continue to captivate the world, underscoring the importance of education and economic stability. The Great Zimbabwe, with its stone structures and intricate trade networks, left an enduring legacy of architectural brilliance and economic ingenuity. Their advanced urban planning and trading systems demonstrated Africa's capacity for sophisticated societal organization. And finally, the Ethiopian Empire, known for its resistance to colonial rule, embodied the spirit of resilience and independence. Their unique script, Amharic, and the Solomonic dynasty's claim to the lineage of King Solomon and Queen Sheba showcase a rich cultural heritage that continues to thrive. These African empires, each with its distinct strengths, collectively shaped the continent's cultural, economic, and political landscapes. They left an indelible imprint on Africa and the world, influencing future empires and civilizations. Their legacy is not confined to the past but resonates in the present, in the vibrant cultures, resilient economies, and robust political structures seen across Africa today. The tales of these African empires remind us of the richness of Africa's history and the indomitable spirit of its people.